Okay, I think we're live and we're good. Good afternoon. Welcome everybody. Thank you for stopping by. Appreciate it. There is apparently a major announcement going on with this serial killer, Stockton, California serial killer. And from what we know so far that's been out publicly, 7 victims, which one was a survivor, so 6 deaths, if I'm remembering that correctly. And also, thank you for all the people that tagged me on Twitter. So Twitter's come to be useful. Thank you for all the people that tagged me on Twitter. Appreciate that. And the presser is in about 15 minutes, less than 15 minutes. Figure we hang out, chill, talk for a little bit. I also wanted to show you guys with regards to the whole Chicago thing. I was sent it. Jose sent me this actually. So let's just touch on this. And so they ruled it out. The Stockton police did reach out to Chicago, and they were, I guess, ruling it out. And supposedly it was ruled out. So we're gonna watch this clip real quick. I heard rumors that he was caught, but I don't know if that's true or not. So we're gonna see. We're gonna see and find out. How you guys doing, man? Thanks for stopping by. Hopefully you guys watched the video that I posted earlier as well. And I already have another update to do with Quentin. So like when we're done with this live stream, I guess I'm gonna be working on that. So much for doing the things I was supposed to do today. Let me see here. Yeah, so if you haven't seen it, make sure you watch this sometime. The Quentin Simon babysitter. Just make sure you turn on notifications on my channel, but a lot of times the notifications aren't working. So, but I just posted this video a couple hours ago, and I already have an update to do. We got that video a couple hours ago. This was from last night. Thank you for everybody that watched this video. So, and also make sure you follow me on like Twitter or Facebook, whatever alternative you have. For Instagram, I used to have my Instagram private, but then I realized, like I've talked about multiple times, these people on YouTube have no problem targeting children, random innocent children. So like I can't have my kid on Instagram anymore publicly. So I might have to make a different Instagram just because of these weirdos that like to target children and say that they're, I don't know, trying to solve a crime or whatever it is they do. But anyway, so let's play this clip.
Person of interest in the Stockton serial killer case is reminding some people of a suspect wanted for 2 killings in Chicago in 2018. Earlier this month, the Stockton police chief released this surveillance video of a person they want to question in their case. He asked viewers to focus on the way the person walks.
I want you to pay close attention to the uneven stride that this person has. We all have a normal gait and walk about us when we walk around, but this person's posture is extremely upright and it's noticeable.
The walk reminded some people of a suspect that Chicago police were looking for in 2018. Dubbed the Duck Walk Killer, authorities released surveillance video of a suspect in 2 killings in the city, emphasizing the unusual way he walks. The Stockton Police Department says its detectives have been in touch with the Chicago police, and they do not believe that these cases are connected. Police
There you go, not connected. Not connected.
in Stockton say they want to speak to this person about 5 killings in the city and 1 in nearby Oakland.
So yeah, for the people that don't know about this story, there's been murders that have been tied to the same ballistic gun. One in Oakland and the other one's in Stockton. All right, and these are all kind of relatively close. The other one was 2021. I thought April, I think. So they're making a big announcement. Hopefully this person's caught. I don't know. Hopefully they caught him or something. I don't know.
The chief says there is no evidence directly connecting the person to any of the killings, and they are just being sought for questioning. There is now a $125,000 reward being offered in this case. Chicago's so-called Duck Walk Killer has reportedly not struck since 2018.
And that's weird and crazy that this Duck Walk Killer, the Chicago Duck Walk Killer, has never been caught. There's serial killers out there. I mean, unless he died or maybe he's locked up. I don't know, on an unrelated thing. Duck Walk serial killer. Duck walk killer. His MO was different too. If I can find a clip real quick, I can play. I gotta be careful with these Chicago people. Some of these news stations, they want to claim the video. Duck walk killer.
But the case remains unsolved. Anyone with information on either of these cases is asked to reach out to the appropriate police department. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Montalbano.
All right. We got 9 minutes. 9 minutes. Thank you for the people as well that have come on Facebook and Twitch. Twitch, how you doing? Kiki, Shelby, Billy Ray. It's just K420. Young Q, thank you so much for coming through. I appreciate it. And thank you for people on Facebook as well. Joey, Kristen, Bruni, saying hi to the people. Atana, Dorothy, Annette, Joanne, Starpress. Thank you so much. And then, of course, my YouTube crew, man. You guys are always here coming through. I appreciate that. YouTube, if you guys could help me out with some likes, I really appreciate it. It helps out the algorithm, all that stuff. The Duck Walk Killer. How many people does it take? Farmer John says, how many people does it take until it's considered a serial killer, I guess? I thought it was 3, but I don't know. Let me see. I thought, or it depends where. Serial killer definition. Person who commits a series of murders, often with no apparent motive. Huh? Okay. How many, though? What classifies someone as a serial killer? 3 or more killings. Yeah. That's according to the FBI.gov. 3 or more. I wanted to play. There was one time I found a video that talked about. Well, let me play this real quick too, because there was this guy that I thought it was interesting because it kind of fit the MO, and we covered this the last time I was doing a stream. There was this guy that said he was shot multiple times by somebody that like this fits the description of this alleged serial killer.
Oakland is coming forward tonight saying he believes he was also targeted. Sadly, 6 people have been shot and killed in Stockton and 1 in Oakland. A woman was also shot, but she did survive. Keep in mind, this man's case has not been officially connected to the investigation. ABC 10's Kurt Rivera has the update.
These photos show one Oakland man's car riddled with bullets. Miraculously, he wasn't hit and survived the shooting.
I guess thank God.
And this serial killer dude, he had targeted somebody in their vehicle before, like confirmed. So, I mean, this possibly could have been him. And also the thing is with this serial killer, I believe it was the first, I'd have to pull up the article. I believe it was the first killing. They said it was multiple shots. And also the survivor, Natasha, she said it was 10 plus shots, I think, that she was shot. So this guy sprays his gun. I don't know about the other victims, how many shots, but he seems to have kind of the same.
I guess it wasn't my time.
It was a Wednesday night, March 30th, around 8 p.m. The man who wanted his identity concealed says he had pulled up to a friend's house in Oakland to have dinner. He had just got off the phone to let his friend know he had arrived.
When I looked up, I saw someone standing in front of me with a ski mask on and gloves, and they started to raise a gun. And as soon as they started to raise a gun, I was pretty much parked with my car turned all the way off. I had to duck. And when I ducked, the first bullet went through my headrest.
He immediately put his car in reverse and crashed into a parked car on a wall. He believes 12 to 15 shots were fired at him before he was able to escape.
I eventually made my way out of the passenger side and jumped through some fences and hid in a laundromat.
He believes the shooter may be the person of interest shown in this short video clip supplied by Stockton police. The department says it has received, quote, a ton of tips, but no one else has come forward claiming to be a shooting victim. The man shot in Oakland says he has no enemies and can't understand why he was shot at.
This doesn't make sense. It's like somebody with gloves and a ski mask is shooting at a random person that they don't know. I don't know them. They don't know me.
My goodness, just unreal. Now, the victim says he was told by Oakland police a gun was recovered.
Another one of those weird stories, probably related. There's probably a bunch of other uh, shootings or murders that maybe, well, I don't know about murders, but maybe shootings where somebody didn't die that could be possibly related. Let me just, I'm just browsing the channels real quick to see if there's any live streams up yet. Still a couple minutes till we start. Hopefully it's getting used because, hopefully this guy's caught, because I was kind of concerned that like this guy's just gonna stop. I mean, move somewhere else and change his gun and like, continue to kill. Okay. No, we're still waiting. No, okay, still waiting. Give it a couple more minutes. Let me see some of the chat. Are they saying it's not Connecticut, just the guns were different? The 6 murders say are connected by ballistics. Yeah. Leo Girl says, did you see the new case of the 4 missing men? Yeah, I read about it a little bit. And supposedly, like, these guys went biking. Was it Oklahoma? I think I didn't read too much. That was Oklahoma. These 4 guys went biking. They just all went missing. I was kind of looking at that one. There was also another story where this mother and son were like missing, and then they were on a chase, and then he's found. I think he crashed, and there was a body in the trunk. I don't know that they didn't confirm the identity, but that's another weird thing too. Still waiting here. Still waiting. The 4 men were found in the river? No. Really? Let me take a look at that real quick. They were found? 4 men. Oh shit, what the hell was that? Something fell. Sorry. 4 Oklahoma men. Found. No. What happened?
They have notified their families in case it turns out to be their loved ones.
I hope this ain't them, but
shit.
It's looking like it might be.
Benny Harjo is a friend of 4 men who disappeared Sunday night. He pulled up to where police had Sharp Road blocked off after Friday afternoon's discovery.
I would call evidence that there's potentially foul play involved.
Okmulgee Police Chief Joe Prenton says just before 2 Friday afternoon, someone reported a mysterious item in the area near the bridge over Deep Fork River.
Officers responded and discovered what appears to be multiple human remains in the river.
Police blocked off the road leading to that bridge as investigators worked on gathering more evidence.
How the hell did that happen?
Police say multiple agencies are working day and night to recover and process those remains and find out who they belong to.
We don't know that this is our missing men yet.
Mark Chastain, Billy Chastain, Mike Sparks, and Alex Stevens have been missing.
So, I mean, if they found 4 bodies, how many bodies did they find? If they found 4 bodies, I mean, I know they got to confirm, but what appeared to be multiple human remains partially submerged in a river in a small Oklahoma city. Oh, man, I was trying to pronounce that yesterday, too. Okmulgee. All right, let's see. Where are we at with this presser? Okay, I got it.
The press conference will start in about 1 minute.
Okay, it's gonna start in 1 minute. Give me 1 second. Let me just flip it over. When we're done with the presser, we'll look at these four men. See what happened.
Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. I'm Stockton City Manager Harry Black. We are here to provide an update on the serial killings investigation. An arrest has been made, and Stockton Police Chief Stanley McFadden will provide more information to that effect. I would like to thank and commend the women and men of the Stockton Police Department. They have been working around the clock and have produced results. Their work exemplifies the best of police field operations and detective work. Also, I would like
Let me do this real quick.
Department. They have been working around the clock and have produced results. Their work exemplifies the best of police field operations and detective work.
Better audio.
Also, I would like to thank our various Joint Task Force member agencies for their assistance and resources in getting us to this point and beyond. The FBI, the ATF, the DEA, the U.S. Marshal Service, California Highway Patrol, and the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Department. Their assistance has been invaluable. A big thank you also must go out to the Stockton community for their help in getting us to this point. Stockton remains Stockton strong. At this time, you will hear from Chief McFadden, followed by Stockton Mayor Kevin Lincoln, and then San Joaquin County District Attorney Tori Verber Salazar. Chief.
Good afternoon. I'm Chief Stanley McFadden. I thank you all for being here today. It is very important for you all to be here. Before I go into details about their arrest, I want to thank the men and women of the Stockton Police Department and our law enforcement partners who have been involved with this investigation. It's a large group of law enforcement experts that really helped us to toe the line. It's the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office, the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Bureau of Investigations, it's the San Joaquin County Sheriff's Office, it's the San Joaquin County Probation Department, Lodi Police Department, Manteca Police Department, Lathrop Police Department, Tracy Police Department, Oakland Police Department, California Highway Patrol, California Department of Justice, California Department of Corrections, Chicago, Illinois Police Department, Federal Bureau of Investigation, ATF, and United States Marshals. I also want to thank our law enforcement families for supporting their loved ones who were dedicated and spent many hours away from home to investigate these homicides. To our task force team, all of you have worked tirelessly around the clock to make the arrest happen. Your effort was second to none, and I could not be any prouder of each of you than I am right now. To our detectives, my evidence technicians, my task force officers, my dispatchers, records personnel, and the district attorney's office, thank you from the bottom of my heart. Our work is not done though, as this is still a very active investigation. Now for the arrest details. Yes. Please remember, I can only provide limited information for the integrity of the investigation. Just because an arrest was made does not mean the investigation stops.
Amazing.
We now have to have a successful prosecution for our victims and their families. For the last 2 days, I have met with our victims, their families. I can't go into our conversations, but our talks were very emotional. They want us to bring this person to justice. I'm honored to tell them and all of you that we have an all-star team of district attorneys and lead detectives who will bring justice for the families. The arrest happened in two parts. One was community tips, and the second was good old-fashioned police work. Based on tips coming to the department's Stockton Crime Stoppers, we were able to zero in on a possible suspect. Our surveillance team followed this person while he was driving. We watched his patterns, and determined early this morning he was on a mission to kill.
Ooh.
He was out hunting. He was stopped by our own team in the area of Village Green Drive and Winslow Avenue around 2 a.m. this morning. As officers made contact with him, he was wearing dark clothing and had a mask around his neck. He was also armed with a firearm when he was taken into custody. We are sure we stopped another killing.
Yeah.
Arrested was Wesley Brownlee, 43, for homicide. The San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office will be reviewing this investigation and will file the appropriate charges. I want all you to know how seriously I take these types of investigations. This morning, when SWAT team was ordered to go out and to conduct a search warrant at Mr. Wesley's residence, I went with them. Now, I would also like to thank each of you here, the media. Thank you. The news coverage, thank you for the social media stories, and thank you for keeping the victims' memories alive during your coverage. You and our community also played a part in this. We still need more tips to come in. If anyone has information about Wesley and this investigation, please get those to our investigators. At this time, I would like to bring up our own Mayor, Kevin Lincoln.
Oh, shoot. Wesley
First
Browning?
and foremost, I want to thank you, Chief, for
we
your
gotta find this guy.
leadership, for assembling the multi-agency task force,
Where's Wesley
District
at?
Attorney's Office, all those who were involved to help get this community to where we're at today. We stood here just a couple of weeks ago, and we made it very clear to the public that these senseless acts of violence will not be tolerated. And that even though there wasn't any words that we could say that would bring back the lost loved ones, the least that we could do is do our part to help bring justice. And here we are today. As Chief said, there's a road ahead of us. We still have work to be done. But to the community, thank you for everything that you've done. Thank you for stepping up. Thank you for exercising your voice. Thank you for submitting the hundreds of tips that have come in on a daily basis.
Okay.
This could not have been done, and today would not be made possible without you. But I want to make a special thank you to our brave men and women who are protected and who sworn to protect and serve this community. Your countless and tireless commitment and service to our community is one of the main reasons why we're here today. This community, this city, this Stockton Police Department is committed and dedicated to the people of this city. And public service, public safety still remains our number one priority. And I want to make this very, very clear to the people of Stockton, California, the United States, and around the world, that when the people of our city of Stockton, California come together and we unite, we can get things done. Stockton will be a place where people can live, raise a family, and grow a business. This is a beautiful city. This is a city that each and every one of us call home. And we will not tolerate any acts of senseless violence. Those will be held accountable, and we will use every resource at our disposal to make sure the people of our city are protected and feel safe, and that no parent has to worry about taking their kids to a park, that nobody would have to worry about looking over their shoulder when they go to the grocery store, and that our unhoused population here in the city of Stockton will be able to rest a little bit easier tonight as we take the next steps towards getting them help and healing in their life. So to the people in blue, to our men and women who serve this community, thank you. To the residents of Stockton, thank you. To the media, thank you. God bless you, and God bless Stockton.
Damn. Strong, strong message.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for being here. Before I begin the statement on behalf of the Office of the District Attorney, I'd like all of us to take a moment of silence for these victims. If you would join me. You know, the other day we saw an article in the paper that talked about serial killers in San Joaquin County. Some were not ours. They simply died at CDCR's facility in Stockton. But the few that were ours, they wanted to emphasize that they had come to our community. But what they missed was that they all had been arrested, successfully prosecuted, and removed from the street. And that's what happened here. So we want to thank our partners in law enforcement, Stockton Police Department, Chief McFadden, thank you, Catherine Nance, Sager, all of them who have worked, they're detectives, officers on the street, who have worked so hard and dedicated themselves to ensuring the arrest and apprehension of this suspect. We've worked with fellow local, state, and federal agencies who assisted in the capture of this suspect, Wesley Brownlee. I want to thank District Attorney Ron Freitas-elect, Chief James Boyko from the Bureau of Investigations, and a marvelous team from my office, Supervising Deputy District Attorney Caitlin Casey, Deputy District Attorneys Janet Smith and Elton Grau, for their hard work and dedication, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, on this case and all the other cases that they handle. They're the most ethical, professional, hardworking people you could have the privilege of working with. The City of Stockton, all of their resources were made available during the course of this investigation. So thank you, City Manager. We appreciate that. ATF and our business community, our spiritual community. I couldn't go 5 feet in this community where people weren't saying prayers that we find this individual, and prayers for the survivors and families that have been so terribly harmed by these crimes. I want to thank all of them, also those who contributed to the reward amount. In conjunction with Stockton Police Department, the San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office is committed to ensuring the safety of our community. My administration has been working around the clock to providing any necessary resources that the Stockton Police Department would need during the course of this investigation into these tragic killings. My deputy district attorneys, who have been here all night, are reviewing the evidence as we speak, and they're working actively in partnership with the investigation to determine the charges that we'll proceed on.
Chad's crazy.
The defendant, because I'm no longer ever going to say his name again, because he doesn't deserve to have
we need to know who he is,
He doesn't
though.
deserve to be out there. So the defendant is what we're going to call him from now on. The defendant will be arraigned in court on Tuesday afternoon at 1:30. At that point, after the arraignment, we'll have a press conference announcing the charges and discussing those charges further with you. This is a very fluid and ongoing investigation. So we will most likely be adding charges, but at this time, we have to bring him before a magistrate within 48 hours. That clock's running now, so we have till Tuesday to bring him in. We'll arraign him at that time, and then we'll proceed to continue to assist with the investigation and also assist in healing our community. Our Family Justice Center, our doors are open, our victim witness services are available, and we're here to help. This crime was solved because we're Stocktonians, because you don't come to our house and bring this kind of reign of terror and not mobilize 350,000 people, 780,000 in this whole entire county, mobilized, and captured this individual whose reign of terror is no longer. So I want to thank San Joaquin County, and particularly the City of Stockton, community members, activists, people in our faith-based community, businesses, our law enforcement, our prosecution, and now we'll be rolling into the court. Thank them all for this opportunity to really bring home justice for these victims. At this time, I believe we'll open it up for questions.
Q&A, and ask the name and spelling.
A few questions, and we'll do our
You guys
best
get ready to
respond
type it
the
out,
extent
please.
that we
Type it
can
out.
respond.
I got a little notepad.
I'm sorry.
Let's go. Best part.
I, too, would like to thank all of our law enforcement partners, especially the brave men and women of the Stockton Police Department and the deputy district attorneys assigned to this case from the very beginning. Supervising Deputy District Attorney Caitlin Casey, Deputy District Attorney Elton Grau, and Deputy District Attorney Janet Smith. Our thoughts and prayers are with the victims and their families. And the suspect's reign of terror in our community has come to an end. As the incoming district attorney, I look forward to prosecuting him to the fullest extent of the law. Thank you.
I know you didn't want to say his name, but for us to get it right, could you please say and spell the
Thank you.
suspect's name for us?
Thank you.
And where is he from?
And does he have a prior criminal record?
Name is Wesley Brownlee. That'd be W-E-S-L-E-Y. Brownlee, B-R-O-W-N-L-E-E, is 43 years old
43. Amazing.
and currently resides in Stockton.
Resides in Stockton, baby.
You mentioned he was hunting. Are those words that came from the suspect?
No, those are not. Those are us watching his patterns and behavior.
Can you speak to the value of the new Facebook group that has been working and mobilizing and been called a trailblazing effort to contribute to this investigation, and also how you see them playing a role in continuing to secure additional tips and help to bring healing to the community?
I know my PIO.
Ooh, I got his
Silva,
picture.
has partnered
Stockton
with
Police
him and
posted.
has stayed in communications as far as
Lord Almighty.
information that's been
Lord
going
help
back and
us.
forth. But we're absolutely willing to have people. You know, it takes us
Lord,
all to solve
Lord.
these types of
Looking
cases.
vicious as fuck.
And we're very happy to see a group of folks willing to come together and put a lot of time into it as well.
Chief, to the extent you can, could you walk us through the investigative steps that led the investigators this morning to this guy's car, and how, you know, what evidence we have to know that this is our guy?
Well, I can tell you we have information that had got us to his place of residence. And at that point, we maintained eyes on that residence until he became mobile. Once he became mobile is when we started to continue following him until we eventually took him off, when we identified that he's posing a threat.
Do we know if this person suffers from any psychological condition?
That I do not know at all.
Has the
So is
person
mental
ever
health.
had run-ins with him in the past?
I know he does have a criminal history. I'm not sure to what extent or with what agencies.
Can you speak to any possible motive?
That I don't know.
The firearm he used, is that firearm stolen? Does it belong to him?
That we don't know. Absolutely, it's a critical piece of evidence that will be processed.
Is he a long-term resident of Stockton, or has he been back and forth between Oakland?
I believe he has lived in different cities in addition to Stockton.
You know how long he's lived here for kind of a continuous time?
No, I don't.
Are you able to tell us any connection, whether his residence or otherwise, to the neighborhood in Stockton where a lot of these killings took place in, you know, near I-5 and Calaveras?
That I don't know specifically. I do know where he lived wasn't too far from one of our homicides.
Can you say which one?
He lives,
Where he live? Yeah, where he live?
Are you able to speak to his mode of transportation? A lot of theories have been speculated as to railroad, vehicle, and foot, obviously. Can you speak to any of those details?
well, all we know is he was mobile in a vehicle, and that's all we know.
Ooh, mobile
We know part of
vehicle.
his pattern in praying is at some point to get on foot.
Can you describe the vehicle at all?
No, we're not going to.
Chief, you said that you followed him until you were identifying that he was posing a threat. What exactly, you know, was that? What was he doing that made you think he was on the hunt, on this mission?
Just his patterns were consistent with
Ooh.
some of the patterns that we had seen were, you know, around parks, around dark places, stopping, looking around, moving again. And at that point, we thought for the safety of the public, it was best to take this person off.
All right, thank you, guys. That concludes our press conference today. Thank you.
Yo, so they caught this guy in the prowl. That's what they're saying. Like, he was in the middle of prowling and looking for people. Oh, I got the picture.
These images on the wall will also be on our Facebook
on the
page
website.
following the press conference.
Joe, I missed where they picked him up.
There's two parts of this that I want to hear again. I just want to hear the chief talk real quick, the main, and then I just want to skip to the Q&A one more time.
This conference will start in about
information and conduct crime talk investigation.
How much did he talk?
Group of law enforcement experts that really helped us. Lodi Police Department, Chicago, Illinois Police, who were dead. You're asking from the bottom of my heart for the arrest details.
Okay.
Please remember.
And if you guys could hit like, please, on YouTube, it helps out the algorithm. I'd appreciate it. Holy crap. And the sleuths get to work. All the weirdos that be targeting innocent people, harness your energy to something that's actually a criminal and a killer and somebody useful.
Remember, I can only provide limited information for the integrity of the investigation. Just because an arrest was made does not mean the investigation stops. We now have to have a successful prosecution for our victims and their families. For the last 2 days, I have met with our victims, their families. I can't go into our conversations,
15 cents,
but our talks were very emotional. They want us to bring this person to justice. I'm honored to tell them and all of you that we have an all-star team of district attorneys and lead detectives who will bring justice for the families. The arrest happened in two parts. One was community tips, and the second was good old-fashioned police work. Based on tips coming to the department's Stockton Crime Stoppers, were we able to zero in on a possible suspect. Our surveillance team followed this person while he was driving. We watched his patterns and determined.
I think they already found his address too. I'm not going to show it, of course, on. Well, yeah, I'm not going to show it on screen, but I am curious to know. I'm gonna have to pull up all the locations again, the killing sites. I had them on my Google Maps, so it might be like in the history search. But I'm just curious where the victims were killed and where this guy lived. I'm gonna have to pull up a news article that has all the locations because I've had it before. Yeah, I'll do that.
Early this morning, he was on a mission to kill. He was out hunting. He was stopped by our own team in the area of Village Green Drive and Winslow Avenue around 2 a.m. this morning. As officers made contact with him, he was wearing dark clothing and had a mask around his neck. He was also armed with a firearm when he was taken into custody. We are sure we stopped another killing.
Yeah, that's great.
Arrested was Wesley Brownlee, 43, for homicide. The San Joaquin County District Attorney's Office will be reviewing this investigation and will file the appropriate charges. I want all you to know how seriously I take these types of investigations. This morning, when SWAT team was ordered to go out and conduct a search warrant at Mr. Wesley's residence, I went with them. Now, I would also like to thank each of you here, the media. Thank you. The news coverage, thank you for the social media stories, and thank you for keeping the victims' memories alive during your coverage. You and our community also played a part in this. We still need more tips to come in. If anyone has information about Wesley and this investigation, please get those to our investigators. At this time, I would like to bring up our own Mayor, Kevin Lincoln.
Okay, we're going to skip the mayor, even though he had a great message. I'm plugging in the addresses right now. And the other thing, too, somebody was saying, does he have a Facebook? So can we look for his Facebook as well, see if this guy has a Facebook? All the people that are, let me not be sarcastic, but the people that are helping me out, you could check it out, too, and see. The chief said he has a criminal record that lends credence to possibly being locked up for something else. A ballistic investigation revealed a 448-day break between the second and third victims. That's what we were wondering, because the first victim that we know of, I believe, was in Oakland. Oh, thank you for the addresses. Thank you. I appreciate that. All right, so let me skip to the Q&A.
Who reigned at this time?
Suspects range shooting.
Name is Wesley Brownlee. That'd be Wesley. Brownlee, Brownlee, is 43 years old and currently resides in Stockton.
Chief, you mentioned he was hunting. Are those words that came from the suspect?
No, those are not. Those are us watching his patterns and behavior.
Can you speak to the value of the new Facebook group that has been working and mobilizing and been called a trailblazing effort to contribute to this investigation, and also how you see them playing a role in continuing to secure additional tips and help to bring healing to the community?
I know my PIO, Joseph Silva, has partnered with them and has stayed in communications as far as information that's been going back and forth. But we're absolutely willing to have people, it takes us all to solve these types of cases, and we're very happy to see a group of folks willing to come together and put a lot of time into it as well.
Chief, to the extent you can, could you walk us through the investigative steps that led the investigators this morning to this guy's car, and how?
Give me 1 second. I just have to turn on, sorry. I need to turn on hardware acceleration. System. Launch.
This conference will start in a.
He became mobile.
Evidence we have to know that this is our guy?
I can tell you we have information that had got us to his place of residence. And at that point, we maintained eyes on that residence until he became mobile. Once he became mobile is when we started to continue following him until we eventually took him off, when we identified that he's posing a threat.
Do we know if this person suffers from any psychological condition?
That I do not know at all.
Has the police department had run-ins with him in the past?
I know he does have a criminal history. I'm not sure to what extent or with what agencies.
Can you speak to any possible motive?
That I don't know.
The firearm he used, is that firearm stolen? Does it belong to him?
That we don't know. Absolutely, it's a critical piece of evidence that will be processed.
Is he a long-term resident of Stockton, or has he been back and forth between Oakland?
I believe he has lived in different cities in addition to Stockton.
Do you know how long he's lived here for kind of a continuous time?
No, I don't.
Are you able to tell us any connection, whether his residence or otherwise, to the neighborhood in Stockton where a lot of these killings took place in, near I-5 and Calaveras?
That I don't know specifically. I do know where he lived wasn't too far from one of our homicides.
Can you say which one?
He lives, yeah.
Are you able to speak to his mode of transportation? A lot of theories have been speculated as to railroad, vehicle, and foot, obviously. Can you speak to any of those details?
Oh, I'm muted. Jesus Christ. I'm muted, right? Okay, I'm sorry. Thank you, guys. So sorry. How many people are in here? Don't cancel me. All right, so I have his address up. What I was saying is that I'd like to verify before I... damn it. Let me save this image and let me play the rest of Q&A and I'll show you the map.
All we know is he was mobile in a vehicle, and that's all we know. We know part of his pattern in praying is at some point to get on foot.
Can you describe the vehicle at all?
No, we're not going to do it.
Chief, you said that you followed him until you were identifying that he was posing a threat. What exactly, was that? What was he doing that made you think he was on the hunt on this mission?
Just his patterns were consistent with some of the patterns that we had seen were, around parks, around dark places, stopping, looking around, moving again. And at that point, we thought for the safety of the public, it was best to take this person off.
All right, thank you guys. That concludes.
All right, let me show you the map now. Sorry about that, guys. It's like everybody's hitting me up, and so, let me show you this. Okay. This is what I have so far here. So this is where the guy lives, right here in this area. This is where this was the Union one. This is where the first killing was. Let me make sure I have the map. Yeah, the right direction. Okay. And then these are all the other killings in the area here. All right. So that's what they were saying in the Q&A, that it was close to one of the killings. One of the well, not the killings. It was a survivor, really. Let me see if I can search up his name as well too. But I can find it. I want to double verify the location. Do you want to do calls? You guys tell me in the chat. Okay, you found his Facebook? You found Facebook or what? What are you sending me? You think that's his Facebook? There's nothing posted on there. The people that are saying I'm still muted, it might be because you're behind on the stream and you're still catching up. That's what it could be. It could be some people behind. We can do some calls, and so you guys can buy me a little time so we can find some more information on this guy. Oh, let me put up the gun on the screen, though. What gun is this? We put up the gun on the screen as well. Okay, let's do that. Let's take some calls. This guy's finally found. The 4 men. I can play the clip real quick. The 4 men thing. Do I still have the clip? We didn't finish it. I'll play it again one more time. And let me get the calls, right?
Too early to know if these are the 4 missing men, but they have notified their families in case it turns out to be their loved ones.
I hope this ain't them, but it's looking like it might be.
Benny Harjo is a friend of 4 men who disappeared Sunday night. He pulled up to where police had Sharp Road blocked off after Friday afternoon's discovery.
I would call evidence that there's potentially foul play involved.
Okmulgee Police Chief Joe Prenton says just before 2 Friday afternoon, someone reported a mysterious item in the area near the bridge over Deep Fork River.
Officers responded and discovered what appears to be multiple human remains in the river.
Police blocked off the road leading to that bridge as investigators worked on gathering.
Oh, 1 second. Do some call. That's a Glock 40.
Thank you for.
There we go.
And can manage your callers from the call-in studio web interface.
All right. I'm gonna finish this.
More evidence.
Here's the phone
Police
number.
say multiple agencies are working day and night to recover and process those remains and find out who they belong to.
We don't know that this is our missing men yet.
Mark Chastain, Billy Chastain, Mike Sparks, and Alex Stevens have been missing since Sunday. Police notified their families in case the remains belong to the missing men. Chief Prentice says it's too early in the investigation to know right now.
If these are your loved ones, all we're doing is switching focus, and we're going to work just as hard to find out what happened to them as we did trying to find them.
Family, friends, investigators, and the community want to know what happened with these 4 men. And if it is them who were found in the river today, they want to know how they got there. It's a story that we will continue following for you as more information comes to light in the coming days.
All right, if you want to call in, I got one person here. That's Cheeks, 954-787-3009. I could also call Silvio, too, if nobody else calls in. I would get a little feedback, what his thoughts are. 407 Cheeks. Hola, ¿cómo
Hey,
está?
fella, my daughter was like, oh my God. She's like, you calling too much. Did you just call?
Appreciate you calling.
I was
Thanks.
like, yeah. Oh my God, this is so crazy. You want to know something? I think once we start digging into his criminal history and some past residencies, if we see something out in Chicago, I don't know, man.
They said it's not
I
a
don't
match.
understand how they're saying. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Well, what I'm saying is didn't they say that it was connected with the ballistics?
What was connected with ballistics?
The duck walker and Stockton.
No. The Stockton
I thought
killings
we
are
had it
linked with... No. The Stockton killings are connected by ballistics. The Chicago one, Stockton reached out to Chicago, but they never said it was linked ballistically. And then now in this new Inside Edition video, they confirmed that it's not linked, but they did call to check with them.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I think we need to look at his previous addresses and see what's going on with that, because I think somebody in the chat said that they found a LinkedIn for him in Chicago. I'm not here to deny that or confirm that, but that's what I saw in the chat. Hold on one second, mommy duties. Where's she at? She need to meet you outside because you're not leaving until she's outside so I can see. Yeah, we're dropping the little one off at the mall to go hang out, and y'all already know I'm probably nervous as hell, but you know, she need to get out of the house. But anyway, somebody said that he had a LinkedIn and it was linked out in Chicago. That's what I'm saying. We need to check his previous addresses. And I know they said that I'm thinking that somebody in his family might have tipped him off.
The address that was given to me is an older address. The other address I have is from January 2004 to April 2020, but I have the actual something from 2022. So I'm going to check that on the maps as well and just kind of see the location. I'm not going to put the address out now unless they do it publicly. But
right.
Oh, okay. So if the old address, so this guy's been living in Stockton. So let me see. The most current address is in Stockton. The one before that is Stockton as well. I see Stockton. All the addresses I see different places in Stockton. But the most current address, I'm gonna redact it and take a screenshot. Let me just say this too. If there's anybody watching and stuff like that, for the people that are gonna put out information, be very careful what you put out. If you're gonna put out somebody's address and you're not even sure, and you put it out publicly, that's gonna be messed up for the person that has nothing to do with this. So like, if there's people out there that are, just be. That's why I'm redacting. Yeah, just be careful with that, I guess. Yeah. So the 900 Porter Avenue is where he lives closest to, the most current address. 900 Porter Avenue. That's the who was killed there. Let me see. The 54-year-old Hispanic male, Lawrence Lopez. Let me take a screenshot and redact. But the previous address is really close to. I should have both addresses in there. It's really close to the North Union Street and Park Street where Natasha was shot. So both of the killings, he lived relatively close. But even the other killings, he's not that far from them. But like, he literally lived like, I don't know. It looks like ballparking 5 minutes away from two of the killings. And then the other ones were a little bit further away.
I kind of figured that he was going to end up living like smack dab in the middle of his killing field, because they always say like with serial killers, if they have the means to be transient in the car and whatnot, they may try and go outside of the norm. But a lot of the times when they start, posting up addresses and putting the little thumbtacks in, they start to triangulate, and they're like, bro, like, he's like 5 minutes from the killing zone. So I kind of had a feeling that he would have lived smack dab in the middle of everything that was going on. If not in the middle, I guarantee you that he lived kind of close.
Right. Right.
Wow.
No, he doesn't live in the middle. He doesn't live in the middle, but he lives like right outside of them. And everything
right
else,
outside of it?
Yeah. One on this side, one on this side. I'm going to show you guys. Just have to give me a second to redact. And they're telling me it's a Glock 19. Look, that's a Glock 19. Glock 19 Gen 5 specifically.
We need to pull up his previous addresses, especially seeing as how the Duck Walker was, what was it, like 2018, they said?
Yeah, I don't see anything for Chicago, though.
They
already said that's not linked, so I wouldn't go down the... That's what I'm looking at, JC. Brush Creek.
The rabbit hole?
Brush Creek. Yeah, that's what I got, JC.
Okay. Gotcha. All right, well, I just wanted to call. We was out running errands, and I was like, shit, Mel was about to have a live, and then I'm like, girl, it's 5:47. She's like, yeah, you missing the live. I'm like, oh, my God, let me hurry up and get you together. But anyways, y'all, this is very exciting. Glad we got some positive news.
Yeah, I know.
You saw my comment about the babysitter. I still think Billy Joe needs to owe her, like, she definitely owes her a damn apology, and I really wish people would stop coming after that lady. It's crazy because it's damned if you do good and damned if you don't do good, because people are going to try and throw you underneath the bus regardless.
Right.
Damn shame. All right, y'all. Have a good evening.
Right,
I'm
thanks.
still here in the chat. All right. Bye, Mel. Bye, Chad.
Thank you. All right. I'm going to take the next caller. Redact. Okay. Okay, so I have somebody working on the picture for me. Let me take this next call. 2 more callers here. 647, how you doing? Where are you calling from? Let me see. Did I take it?
You said 647?
Yes. Hi, how you doing? Thank you for calling.
It's Ev Gems from the chat.
Who is this?
I had to call in. How you doing?
Who is this?
Ev Gems. I'm in the chat.
Oh, Jen. Okay, hey, thanks. And make sure you're listening to me here on the phone. If you're listening
I just muted it. So
okay, good.
Yeah, no, I honestly wanted to briefly call in. I don't think the cops are 100% confident that it's actually him. I mean, it's just me by myself, and it's my own inkling. And yeah, they can say that it's the ballistics, but we don't really know too much. They didn't really highlight the guy too much, and yeah, they showed a picture. And for me, it was kind of sus that the one detective, or whatever her role was, she didn't want to, I guess, highlight the one person specifically to say his name. We don't want to praise him, yeah, but we still want to know what the person's name is, what their background is. Like, we shouldn't be trying to dig into the person's background and so on and so forth. Like, I found it a little bit too sus for the level of gravity of what this person has, quote unquote, has been doing. For me, it just seemed a little bit sketchy that they're not actually, like, I felt like the presser should have had a little bit more, like, meaty details and, like, sharing more details on the guy. I know it's, like, fresh off the press, but I think that they should have, highlighted a little bit more. It's just what I think.
Okay. Like, they should have, what are you saying? Like, they should have given more details about him, or, like, who he is, or, like...
Right. So my thing here is, it's like they showed a quick glimpse of the guy's picture. Normally in most pressers, like, they go back and forth to the detective, and I know a lot of people are like, the guy's hot and blah, blah, blah. But the main issue, it was like the suspect. They showed a glimpse on your live. I saw it. It was like for literally a glimpse. Then they turned it off. Then the other person spoke, and then the other detective spoke. They didn't really highlight the guy's face. Like, even the demeanor, maybe I'm just bad, I'm not a professional, but the demeanor of the police or the law enforcement I wasn't really too sold on them actually finding the guy. And I could just be talking out of my butt, but I wasn't really that confident.
You're not confident that they caught the correct guy, you're saying?
No, I'm not that confident. Like, I would
It
like
looks
to
like they have his weapon.
more.
You saw that. I don't know if you saw, they have his gun too. They sent us a picture of his weapon. Did you see that?
I saw that as well.
Okay.
But, okay, he obviously seems to be a transient or somebody who just doesn't stick to one spot.
He has a home and
Is
a
there
car, apparently. They're saying, I found 2 addresses. The one on the top left is his current address. And so this is where one of the killings were. And then this one was the previous address. And then there was a killing right here. This was where Natasha was, well, not killing, sorry. But this is where Natasha survived the shooting. Those are just the 2 previous addresses. But he's been living in Stockton for a while.
Fair. I'm just saying, like, based on, like, the little bit that I've been seeing, like, is it fair to say that perhaps maybe that person was given the gun? Like, yeah, he does. Honestly, the other clip that you played, the forehead looks a lot like the same person, and they don't want to associate it to the one in Chicago. But at the same time, I just personally was not sold. And I know a lot of the people are making all these comments and stuff like that in the chat, but I personally am not sold that they are selling specifically that they caught the guy. I'm just saying.
Right.
Like, there was something about the presser, based on all the pressers that I've seen, about
He's not transient, though. Yeah, the guy's apparently he's not transient. But you don't believe that's this guy, and you think he's somebody. It might be somebody else. What you're saying?
Yeah, no,
Okay.
that's just my 2 cents.
Okay.
Personally, I just wasn't sold.
All right. Thank you. Well, I appreciate the call. Thank you for watching.
Ow.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Bye. Hey, we got more people calling in. So, but these are the 2 addresses, and there's more addresses in Stockton. Again, I just want to caution people: be careful what you put out. And I'm getting people sending me information too, but I'm gonna play it on the safe side until we get, I mean, we have his name and age, but like, I really would like to sit and look myself before just putting what somebody sent me. All right, let me take the next call. But people are already looking up the family. That's how it happens. They're looking up the mother, all these other people. And that made me think about, I'm not going to put them on here, but it made me think about, I wonder if these people are going to come forward and, I don't know, make some comments, like the family or friends, people that knew him. Did they know something? Was this guy married? Potentially, is he living with with somebody, and these people don't know what's going on? 248. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Hello?
Hi.
Hi.
Can you hear me? Hi. Good. Oh shit, this is Laurette. Hey, what's up? How you doing?
Hey, yeah, I just got back from the grocery store and I saw that they caught him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you thinking about this whole situation? It's crazy, huh?
I think it's pretty good that he's the guy. It's so close, all of the other killings and attacks. That he was just out, trolling, looking for the next one. There was something I watched about a psychic one time, and the guy was killing older women in their homes, and they couldn't find him.
He's not the one that was using the pillows, right? Not the pillowcase guy. The pillows? Or no?
I'm not sure, but he crawled in, climbed up their house, into the windows, and he was after these older women, and it was all like in a certain area. And they found, when this psychic came in and she walked the areas, and she says, oh no, this guy lives around here. And that's what it makes me think of, because he lives around there. I think they probably have him. Now, the gun thing was a little confusing. Now, is that what they matched that to the bullets, or we don't know that?
So they said that they literally caught this guy on the prowl. Like, this guy was literally on the hunt for his next kill, which surprised me, because I was thinking there's no way this guy's going to continue. I'm thinking he's either going to switch his gun, switch the location. He can't control himself, it seems. And so he was on the prowl for the next kill, literally stalking. And they had to intervene because he's going to kill somebody else. It's crazy.
Right. Yeah, I know. But what I'm wondering is about the gun. Did they say that, it matches, or they just found him with it, or, because they'll shoot bullets through it and try to match them up. That's all kind of thing that, I didn't used to do it with bullets.
Yeah.
I did, with engine piston parts, but you match it up. And, the scraping and, the lands and grooves and things, how they match it with other ones, how they said they matched it with the Oakland one.
This whole family, if this is really them, they're going to have to put their things on private. But the sleuths are looking them up. They're finding out the family. It's allegedly, I don't even know if it's true, allegedly has a son. Lord almighty, man. What's wrong with this guy? And what's the motive? And I'm wondering what's the motive. What's the motive?
Well, exactly. That's something that, as far as even the Dahmer case, what is the motive? That they just can't help themselves.
Oh, they're saying it could be his ex-wife. I don't know. Yeah, that's why we're gonna wait for more to come out. But
okay,
damn.
I thought I'd call you.
Thank you so much, Lorette. Thanks for calling. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I know we normally kind of play around, but it's so serious that I don't want these people to cancel me.
Oh no, it is. It's just so serious. I'm just calling about the incident here.
Thank you.
And I am so glad that they got him. I think they do have him. Of course, he's going to try to get out of it in whatever way he possibly can. But
oh yeah, the
bullet.
You know that guy that killed the family in California, the Merced, the Singh family. That guy's pleading not guilty. The guy kills the entire family. He's pleading not guilty.
That's even the parade guy. You're trying to get out of killing 6 people. It's absolutely insane. So, yeah, and even a little Clinton, she's going to try to get out of that too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it is crazy. This world is crazy.
I know. Well, thank you, Loretta. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
We'll talk. All right, take care. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Damn. 712. How you doing? Where you calling from? You guys in the chat. It's a great time.
Hey, Mel. This is Amy from Sioux City. Hi.
Amy from where?
Sioux City, Iowa.
Oh, nice. Okay, thank you for calling.
Yeah. So, first of all, the caller, I want a couple things I want to comment on. The caller before Lorette, I think she's wrong. I do think the cops have the right guy.
Too.
Obviously, there is, and the guy even said it, the chief said, there's a bunch of stuff they cannot tell us because of, trial and everything coming up. There's so much more information they have, and they're not going to give that out to the public. So, we already have sleuths just off of a picture and a name and an age, getting information. They're not going to go and tell you physical address and all this kind of stuff when there's a trial to come up, because then that evidence can get thrown out. So I think they have the right guy. I come from a law enforcement family. They work those cases very, very, very hard. And I'm pretty sure they have the right guy.
Right, yeah.
I have been, however, saying from day one that this guy, he looked too, too relaxed, he seemed to be knowing where he was going in the videos that they had released. And I kept saying, he's right there. He lives there. I did not feel he was on the streets, because if he was on the streets, they got, there's homeless camps. They got camps. Those people are going to, yes, those people there on the streets may not know them, but people who are homeless, like in my hometown, we know who those people are. We see them on the streets all the time. I don't think he would have taken the chance of being out in his, obviously he lives there and he was out and about, but yes, he was going during the overnight hours, but most of your transients do come out. It's so when people aren't around them because they're going to steal from your garbage or whatever to try to get food. But I've been saying since day one, I think that he was right there. He was right in the heart of that city, living there. And obviously that he is actually have a home and a car, which that kind of surprised me.
People are already too. I'm getting sent screenshots. People are already finding like the family's Facebook stuff and their commenting or whatever. So they're probably gonna have to disable. I could imagine they're probably gonna have to disable. But I am curious that if they're gonna make any public comments about, I don't know, his life, his growing up, or like just any kind of background from this guy.
Yeah, I did send you his Facebook.
Did you?
There's actually
Where, email?
Yeah. No, I sent it on Facebook chat. But
chat.
there is, he doesn't have like, he has it kind of locked down a little bit, but he actually has pictures that you can go into. And there's pictures of him. He's a little bit younger. I think that the last post on his Facebook was like 2016. That's not locked. It's like a profile upload. But there's pictures within his pictures. Not the cover photos or the profile ones. It's in the other pictures. There's pictures in there, and there's one in there that's like, it's literally just like maybe 5-7 years younger than the picture that they have on the police have on their Facebook.
Can you email me or DM me the link? Because I'm trying to look at Facebook. There's so many like comments and stuff. When you have a moment.
Oh, I put it. I messaged it to you on
you messaged it. Okay. I'm gonna check.
Yeah. Sorry.
Okay.
But yeah, there's pictures in there to go take a look at. Like I said, it's not the profile, the cover.
Oh, was it that Smokey the Bear one or no? The Smokey the Bear one, the profile picture? Or no?
No, it says. Oh, you mean? Yeah, I think it does. His profile might say Smokey the Bear.
Oh yes. So Sylvia was right.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, but in his other photos, there's 3 different folders. There's like a cover and a profile. Then there's another one that has other pictures in there. If you go down, there's a picture. Actually, a few of them, but there's a picture where it's like you see more of his face. You see more of the little bit chubbiness to his face, other than some of the other ones.
I see it. Yeah.
And that some of those other ones actually, what it looks like, one of them who I thought was him, in the profile picture, that might be either maybe it's a child or just a relative, but there's a picture of him with that guy and a bunch of other people who I'm assuming are family in a photo together. And that's where I just was like, oh, I don't think the profile is actually Wesley Brownlee. Because that kid's picture is in the other picture that I found.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're like together, so.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for the call. Yeah, I appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem.
All right.
No problem.
Thanks. Take care.
All right. Take care. Bye.
I'm not pulling up the profiles yet, guys, because I'm getting people sending me multiple profiles. And I don't want to just pull something up and not be like 100% sure yet. But I'm sure people are going to do it. 769, how you doing? Where you calling from? I'm going to keep looking, though. We'll see. 769, how you doing? Where you calling from? 769. 769. Hola, bienvenido. Hello. And by the way, the people that are capturing the profiles, you might want to take some screenshots or screen recordings, because every time this kind of stuff happens, the profiles go private, or maybe the killer's profile, if you found it, it's going to probably go private. So take screenshots or whatever for record keeping, because I'm sure it's probably going to go down. Ooh, I don't know. And this one that I was sent says lives in Chicago, Illinois. Oh, Lord. I don't know if this is him or not, but this one says lives in Chicago. Oh, Lord. Oh, my. All right, so 769 is not there. I'm going to hang up. I'll return you to the queue, and I'll try to get you again. Oh, the other person hung up. Yeah, I think that's it then. 769. No? All right. Let me call Silvio then. Vamos a llamar a Silvio para ver lo que pasa con Silvio. We might have another motive. Her brother got killed, so that's his... All right, let me call this guy. Vamos a ver lo que tiene que... See what he has to say. Make an outbound call. Okay, Sylvia, I'm calling you. My crazy friend, I'm calling you. I'm gonna call you from the line, so it's gonna be a different number. Call. Yo.
What's up?
Get that. Hey, by the way, so just be a little mindful of what you say, and everything you say is allegedly, by the way. All right? So what's your thoughts? What's going on? You can tell me some of what you were telling me in text, but just be careful. You know, we're not speaking. We don't know for sure.
No, I'm not gonna say nothing, but I know I'm good at what I do, bro. You know
Oh yeah.
what I'm saying?
What you do, bro? Tell him. Dígale.
I do stuff that people don't know.
Oh shit.
That's why you got everything correct, right?
I think so. Well, I don't. I'm still not 100% sure of that profile, but people are sending me that profile.
99.9999.
I wouldn't say that
whatever,
either.
right?
I wouldn't say that either. Because there's another profile they're sending me. I'm gonna text it to you. Let me text you this other one.
Yeah, but you can't go by the profile. You got to go from what I send you.
Yeah, but I gotta look at everybody else's too. Because there's a unless he has, or maybe he has two profiles. Because there's another one too from California. It said went to Oakland, California high school. Lives in Oakland.
I don't really go by those. I just don't go by those profiles. I just profile like the family members, and then that would link.
That one has family members too.
Yep,
but go ahead. Tell me what you're thinking. Go ahead. Let's move on. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking maybe what do you mean like what was his motive?
Yeah.
I think maybe either let's say he was married before, maybe his ex-wife married a Hispanic dude, or maybe he has a family member that got killed by a Hispanic guy. So maybe he's targeting Hispanic guys.
So one of the there's one of the profiles you pulled up, the guy's married. We're married?
I don't know. I'm driving, though. I just send you whatever I could, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'm driving, you know what I'm saying? So I gotta be on point.
All right, so that's it. Any other thoughts?
But I'm pretty sure whatever I send you, I'm pretty sure if I park and I send you more stuff, it's gonna be accurate again. I'm just driving, man.
Okay.
I need to go get a Dutch, man. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, so are you surprised about the turnout or not?
Like how they caught him fast?
How they caught him fast, that he lived close to the... I mean, we've kind of been talking about this, but it's not surprising that he lived close right in the neighborhood of these people.
I wasn't surprised. I just want to know what was his motive. I already knew he lived right there, blah, blah, blah.
But that lady said she don't got no motive. The lady said people don't got motives. I'm just kidding.
Who?
La mujer de otro día.
Nah, esa mujer, dog. Anyways, man, like I said, bro, you know, I think we just got to find the motive. You know what I'm saying? There's no other thing. You know what I'm saying? Then see if that shit's connected to the Chicago shit.
Okay.
And it is, and boom, that's it. You got your case.
Okay. Well, thanks, bro. I'm gonna sit and look at everything. What you sent me, and
I gotta
put you. Yeah, hit me up later.
I'm gonna find more stuff.
Okay.
I'm gonna find more stuff. You gotta go home. And,
okay. All right. We'll talk, because there's another profile I want to send you. I think you should take a look at this. Maybe he has multiple profiles. There's another one that the family links up, and it says all this. I'm gonna send you when I have a chance. I'm gonna text it so you can look at that one too.
Is it like a different name?
Same name but different picture.
Send it to me. I probably scanned in. But like I said, I'm driving, dog, so I can't really look at it.
Yeah. I'm gonna send it to you later.
As soon as I connected the dots, I send you everything.
Okay.
I send you literally everything.
All right, man. Thanks, bro. We'll talk.
Dale, doggy.
All right, peace. Silvio on the case, sniffing around. 747. How you doing? Where you calling from?
Yeah, I'm from Miami, Florida. So.
Hey, Miami. ¿Cómo está?
That's what's
How you doing?
So I barely moved here. I'm actually from California, but I moved here because
everybody from California.
Because I love it. A lot of Latin culture. Yeah,
Where do you like it more? Where do you like it more?
Miami is more culture, man.
Yeah.
Like a lot of crazy people with the Cuban cigars. But it's cool. I love it. I love Cali. But anyways, I just want to say, that's crazy because me living in LA, well, the dude was in Stockton, but I don't know, because I have family over there, and I was like, yo, don't go to, the 7-Eleven, don't go to the A&P because, there's this crazy guy. But for him to continue, there's something wrong with that guy. Crazy.
I know. Yeah, sometimes they say those serial killers, they can't help themselves. It's compulsive. They have to keep doing it. And maybe he's even getting a high out of it, out of the news and like getting the attention. He wants more attention. Maybe he feels even emboldened that I'm going to try to make the police look stupid or whatever and keep getting away with it.
Yeah, no, I think he did it because it's like, because he wasn't homeless. Because I think he was watching himself on like the news or like the phone, and he was like, because serial killers are narcissists. Like they need more attention. So I think that I think he was like, oh my God, like they're putting attention to me, so I'm gonna just keep doing it. But yeah, there's like something wrong with them. I think it's like, I don't know, like people who do that, they're miserable, or I don't know. Right. Narcissism. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, thanks.
No, but I'm glad that my family is okay, huh?
Yeah. Oh, you have family over there, you said?
Yeah. So, but now that he's caught, I'm like, that's cool. But yeah, no, because it's funny because I had like a friend who was saying, haha, you're going to die in the hurricane. It's just my friends are sometimes crazy. So I was like, haha, you got a serial killer over there, you whatever. You piece of bleep. But I'm just thankful that he's caught, so everything's cool.
All right. Well, thank you. And I appreciate you calling. I hope you continue to enjoy Florida. It'll be crazy. Avoid Hialeah. Is that Hialeah? Hialeah. Nobody can drive in Hialeah. Stay away from Hialeah. So.
Yeah. All right.
All right.
All right. Bye.
Bye. Florida. So I'm getting two different profiles. The majority of the profiles I'm getting is this other one. People are sending me, and there's a few people sending me what Silvio sent me. And who knows? He could have multiple. And again, I have to be careful of what I present. So I'm not just gonna. If I can help it, I'm not gonna willy-nilly. I'd rather wait till I can sit down, not on the live stream, and kind of like look at it and stuff. 469, how you doing? Where you calling from? Because at the end of the day, if I present something that somebody sends me, they're not gonna look at the person that sent it. They're gonna look at me. They're not gonna give a hell who sent it. Hi, 469, how you doing?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yes, welcome.
Hey, first of all, with tears in my eyes, I have to apologize to you for kind of mouthing off about the Kylie thing, and I didn't even know you, but that ain't what I was gonna say. But confess your sins.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Absolutely, I want to hug you and thank you for covering this. First of all, I want to say, I've been listening to Justice for All, and he had the cousin on there. So the first killing and then the second one, there was so much time in between, and I'm wondering if they're going to link those two together. Now, before I go on with the rest of what I got to say, my mom is a parole officer, Miami, Dallas, Collins County, Beaumont, for sex offenders. I watched every bit of O.J. Simpson's case. He looks like O.J. Simpson to me, just saying.
Yes.
I thought it. Justin said it, and I said, damn, spot on. Second, I'm sorry for just keep going, but I know you don't want to keep me on, so if I can just throw everything at you.
Go ahead, throw it.
And then if you can just address at the end whatever you can, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, missing motor out mouth of the South. All right, so no doubt the last caller about the mental issues, absolutely every serial killer has mental issues. I mean, how more can, it makes me want to throw. Do you know a serial killer that you felt was sane?
Not that I can think of, no.
Okay, me either. We all got mental problems. We all got issues. We all got our shit. I don't know how much I can say. I'm going to try not to drop the F-bomb, but I am Cajun. But I'm really going to try my heart out for you. Before I jumped on and found out about this, I was watching baby Quentin texting Penelope, and the world sucks. There's some messed up people out there, and they're everywhere. And let me tell you something, you can't trust nobody. Yeah. Every woman in this world, the tasers are like $12, $15, guys, everywhere. Army Navy store, everywhere you can get them so cheap. A key can be your weapon.
Yeah.
You trust no one. You always watch your back. I won't keep you much longer. Let me see. Oh, racist? Oh, hell yeah, this was a racist thing. I'm sorry, I was writing
You think
down
so?
stuff. Yeah, of course it's racist. I mean,
What's your theory about motive? You have any theories on motive?
you know, and that's another thing I got written down. All I can say is mental, racist, and just lost it. I mean, until we dig into his background, we're not going to be able to piece it together, but we can damn sure guess. He's mental. He's racist. He wasn't homeless, okay? He wasn't.
Right.
So the other caller no, he wasn't homeless.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's 43. You know, it wasn't a copycat. All I can do is shake my head and try not to throw the fuck up. Sorry for saying that.
Oh, that's crazy, man. These people, we're getting more information too coming out.
Yeah, I know, and I can't wait. And, you know, and I wrote down this. Okay, so it was at where he was arrested. Village and what? Because, I mean, I jotted it down so quick I can't even read my right. Greenville? Do you know? Village, and because I was going to Google map it to see, you know, where he was picked up.
Oh, I don't know exactly where they caught him. Yeah, I don't know where they caught him. That's a good question.
Yeah, they said Village and, damn, I can't read my writing. I was so upset and shorthanded. And Village and something area, you know, and I know it's not a great area. No excuses, you know.
All right. Well, yeah, thank you.
My heart goes out to the family. Thank you for listening to me go
appreciate
on
you
and
calling.
on and
No, you're
blab.
good. And I
Hey,
appreciate you
and
calling,
like I
and
said
thanks
from
for
the beginning,
the apology too. That
hey,
was
a
nice.
good Christian man forgives people when they ask for it. And
Yeah.
I didn't know you, and some people mess with Ryan. I didn't even know who he was, and you know, I said some really crappy things, and I really pray to God that you and God will forgive me. I know you will.
I
And
do. I appreciate that. I felt like when that whole thing was happening, I was like, man, when those people turn around, because I don't even expect an apology, because those people that aren't decent aren't going to. But I really thought I wasn't going to accept it. But I do appreciate the call. I think that was really nice of you, and I
I'm
accepted it.
giving you an apology, and I didn't even know you until that crap started. Thank you for covering this, and God bless you.
God bless
Sweet
you too.
dreams.
Thank you.
All right, Dad.
All right, take care. Hey, that was a nice call, man. I appreciate that. Okay, 830. Let me take this call. Two more calls. One more after this one. 830. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
San Antonio area.
Hey, welcome, San Antonio, Texas, right?
Yes, sir.
How you doing? What are you thinking
Okay,
about all this going on?
Okay, well, this is my first day ever watching your show.
Oh, thanks for watching.
You know, everything that you guys are talking about is kind of down my alley. I was wanting more affirmative links to be released. Something about, you know, the caliber of the firearm that was caught with the suspect matches 3 of the killings. I mean, something of substance, because all that we know for sure is that this Wesley Brownlee was caught with a gun in the area of where these killings happened. And that's all they released. Nothing to put the public at ease that there's an affirmative link between this person of color that was arrested with a firearm in the vicinity of the area where these killings happened. They're saying that, oh, well, we caught him, you know, walking around the area. Well, I'm not sure that people know about these things, but in low-income neighborhoods, not everybody has a car. When they want to go someplace, they want to get out of the house, they go for a walk. They go walking to their friend's house, and sometimes, you know, they just do that. But what I'm curious about, and don't get me wrong, I'm definitely not defending this guy at all. What I am saying is I would just like something of substance on what made them link this person to the serial killer. besides the fact that he had a gun, lived in the area, and was walking around? Because that description kind of fits a lot of people in low-income neighborhoods. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. The only thing I can think of is ballistics, but there's still missing pieces in between. Yeah, how did they get to him? Like, how do they know there is missing pieces that we don't know?
It's too soon for ballistics right now.
Yeah,
they can't perform those tests right away. But I hope you get what I'm saying. Kind of like, what is that? Like that Olympic Park bomber. They try to pin it on the security guard because they had to save face. They had to find somebody. They had to blame somebody. And I'm really hoping that's not the case. And I also understand and respect the fact that they can't give all of the information that they have. I mean, they're still in the middle of an investigation. But give the public something of substance that is an affirmative link between the person that you're putting out there as the suspect of these killings, and why do you think he's a suspect? Because all they've released officially is he was caught with a gun, he lives in the area, and he was walking around at night. So hopefully they're not just going to arrest somebody and say, yep, this is our guy, we got him.
I'm pretty sure they have to be confident. But I don't know exactly how. Like, I know how they tied the murders with ballistic, but like how they tied this guy immediately, or like what they did. Yeah, I don't know. You know, I mean,
you get what I'm saying.
Right, I do get what you're saying.
Other shootings through those ballistics.
Right,
I agree. That's a known. That's a fact.
But what connected?
But what I'm trying to say is,
right,
what links this person here, this Wesley Brownlee, to those killings? Besides the fact that, sorry, my dog's sneezing in the background. Besides, he lived in the area, he had a gun, and he was walking around at night.
They said police received tips leading them. So the thing is, too, we don't know what tips they received. It says police received tips leading them to Brownlee's home. So there could, I'm sure, obviously, there's a lot of stuff that we don't know that they didn't say. Somehow, I don't know if somebody snitched on this guy, or the family, or friend. Police received tips leading him to Brownlee's home, and after observing him drive away from his home, they arrested him. Now, apparently, they're saying this guy was like stalking, like he was on a mission to kill. We are sure we stopped another killing. I'm sure it's gonna come out. I am very curious because there's supposed to be a hearing too. I think they said, oh yeah, Brownlee's scheduled to be arraigned at 1:30 Tuesday. So hopefully we can see what goes on with that. And I wonder if he has other guns. Oh, I think we lost him.
No, I'm here.
Already there. Oh, that's somebody calling on the other side. They're calling the wrong number. Okay. But yeah, man, thank you so much for calling. I appreciate you giving that feedback and those thoughts. And we're going to be staying tuned. And the other thing, too, to the point that you're saying, they had said they don't know if it's like one or multiple people. I still think it's just one person, but or even if that gun was passed around, or if he has any other guns or anything like that, we don't know. There could be other killings, I don't know.
All right, well, thank you very much.
Thank you. Yeah, appreciate it. Bye. Okay, we got two other callers. 949, thank you for holding. How you doing? Welcome.
Hi, thanks. How are you?
Good. How you doing?
Good. I'm good, thanks. So I'm from California, and I know a lot of people were asking if the death penalty is on the table in California, and yes, it is.
It is?
Granted,
wow.
It is. I just talked to my friend who is a lawyer, and so they still can charge and convict someone with the death penalty in California. However, no one has been executed here since 2006. So it's kind of crazy, and I don't know.
Gotta be
death
expensive,
row,
too.
they're trying to
So there's people on death row,
that?
but they're just not being killed. There's people on death row, but they're not being executed.
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's gotta be expensive.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, I don't know what's
So
more. I think they did say to execute somebody's more expensive, I guess, to execute him. But I don't know if is the death row cost more than regular imprisonment? Like, is there special, I don't know, is it cost more than the regular people that are jailed just to be on death row? Or is it the act of executing them that costs more?
That I don't know. I think it would cost less to execute him. I say, honestly, just get these people and let them go, dude. They can't be rehabilitated. Like, just, okay, time to go. But I'm a nurse, and I try to save people. I don't want to kill people, you know, but still, it's ridiculous.
Shit, Cheryl G said he'll be out soon. We can ask him. Kind of playing on California's, like, you know, soft on crime.
They're not that.
He won't be out.
They're not that easy on. But, and I just wanted to say about the profiling, the racial, the motives that people are saying. Oh, he was targeting Hispanic people. You know what? I really don't think that he was, because it's dark, you know, and also in Stockton, I think it's over 50% Hispanic population, which is very common in California. So, I mean, if you're in a crowd of people, there's a 1 in 2 chance that he could have shot someone that was Hispanic. And also wasn't there a black woman also and a white man that were shot? I really think this guy's just out to kill. I don't think he has a motive.
Yeah, but the thing with the black woman, she was saying that, and you can even see, she does look like Latino, Hispanic, and she was saying that she passes for a male. So she was thinking that maybe he had killed her, thinking she was a male and like Latino. And then the white guy too, which I think is this, I think it was Ya. I don't know, maybe they said he could pass for Latino, but the fact is too, there is a big Latino population there. So, you know, it's hard to say whether it was targeted or not.
Right. I don't see why would anyone just go target a certain, you know, race? Well, okay.
Yeah.
I can see how people would do that. But at the same time, it's dark out. He's just trolling around. Whoever's out at night, I really think it's just an opportunity. He's there, he shoots.
Right.
I mean, otherwise, if he had a motive, don't you think he would go for those people that he was looking for instead of just, I mean, most serial killers I don't think they have motives. I mean, you hear a lot about serial killers that they had problems with their mother, so they killed women with brown hair. And I just don't think.
Would that not be a motive, though?
I mean, that's really not a motive. What's that?
Would that not be a motive? Or
I don't know if it's a motive or just like a psychological, like, mental block in their head where they are like drawn to that. So motive, I don't know if that's a motive or not. I don't see that as a motive. I see that more as just mental like disposition. I'm not saying it right. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm not saying it
that's
right.
all right. Don't worry. You're good.
But yeah. But I'm trying, you know, and I just think that there's something with this guy, and I don't think they would have arrested him and put it on the news if they didn't have the ballistics already in hand.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you. Appreciate the call.
All right.
Thank you. Bye. I think that was the whole. Thanks. I think that was the whole conversation that Sylvia got into with that lady as far as motive and stuff like that. Let me take these other 2 callers. We're clearing out the lines. 818, how you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, I'm California. I don't know if you remember me, Mel. When person Kylie was just missing, and your chat and everything, I act like I was crazy. Remember, I said she's going to be found in her vehicle. I didn't know it would be in the water.
I think I remember you. And they were calling you. We're all crazy. We're all crazy. Now look at them now. Look at the motherfuckers now.
They were saying I was crazy. They were saying that she's talking and yapping and you know, making no sense. And
yo, I remember you now. I remember you now. Yo, Discord.
Yeah, I mean, I was in Discord, but I called in and I said she's gonna be fed. That's the only thing that made any sense. You know, they went on this sex trafficking and OD and all these crazy stories that are still going on. You know, she was pregnant and. What else? I mean, all this shit. She called her mom and said, I'm on my way home at this time. And then she didn't make it home. It's kind of likely she had an accident, you know?
Right.
That's the only thing that made sense. You know.
I remember you now. I do remember because this girl had a nickname. But yeah, I remember you. But I remember you were saying that. You were saying that from the very beginning. That it's not all this crazy shit that people have been saying.
Who's missing now?
Yeah.
When the first couple of days she was missing, I said they're going to find her in her vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
You know, not alive, but she had an accident. Like I said, I didn't know if it'd be in the water or off the road. But it just was. Like, if you think about it with a little logic, that's just what made sense. And you know, one other thing about, I haven't heard people talking about this. There's no way in hell that party was 300 or 400 people. It was more like 30 or 40, maybe 100 people. But you know, there would have been a lot more traffic. There was the campgrounds were full. You know, there would have been a lot more traffic. I don't know why it got so exaggerated. Maybe just to, you know, but you know that's another that they were that. Why would they this year all of a sudden have this huge party like they never had before? They have parties out there every year.
They
so
said
I don't know why
the police said there's that many people out there. So I don't know.
Yeah, but how do the police know that? They're going by whatever somebody said, right?
I don't know. I don't know what evidence they have because maybe they got pictures that they haven't put out and video, and they've interviewed multiple witnesses. Huh?
You know, it just seemed like there would have been a lot more cars with that many people. You know, even if you had 3 or 4 to a car or whatever. But I don't think it was that big of a party.
Right.
I don't think it was that big of a deal, really. But anyways, I just wanted to know.
Thank you. Yeah.
You remember me.
I remember you.
I talk like crazy.
I remember you. No, you're good. I appreciate everybody that calls in. So no, I do remember you. You know, we joke around and play around and stuff. But not vaguely. I specifically remember you because of your voice and stuff. And you talk a little fast. And I remember what you were saying.
I didn't believe it, but you know it's tragic. But that she made a wrong turn. She's not that experienced. I don't think of a driver, and you know, a little bit stoned or whatever she was, and you know it's so dark out there. You know, it's not a hard thing. It's not a real hard thing to do.
All right. Anything with the Stockton before I let you go? Anything with the Stockton serial killer?
I haven't been following it. I'm not listening to this afternoon. But even with that other gal, that Julissa or whatever her name was, the other girl that they found and then went down. You know, these accidents happen every day. You don't necessarily have to be even young or stoned. You know, even that couple that was at the same time as Kylie went to that car show. You know.
Right. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you for calling. Yeah. Thanks.
Talk to you later.
All right.
Bye.
Take care. Bye. Had to let her. I know she was off topic, but I had to let her get her voice in because she was on about Kylie. 331. How you doing? Where you calling from?
How you doing?
Hey, good. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm calling from Rockford, Illinois. You know what? Rockford.
Okay.
You know this whole thing with the Stockton serial killer. I'm not ready to rule out that it's the same guy from Chicago. I do think that's the same guy from Chicago. I'm not for some reason I'm not ready to rule it out yet because when you look at the similarities, it's scary. You know what I mean? Like I mean a lot of similarities, you know, random targets, you know, dressed in all black, you know, and the dude in Chicago, I believe he was doing that before even COVID hit. You know, that dude that did those killings out there in Chicago. I mean, and from the look of it, he looked like he could be an African American male, the dude in Chicago.
Right.
You know, and when they first did the press conference, from the first press conference, that's the first thing that I thought of after I saw the video. I said, man, he looks just like the one that did the shootings in Chicago. I mean, I'm not. And then today, I was sitting here watching the program and listening today. He said, thank you, Chicago PD. Now, I'm wondering, you know, what if Chicago PD, maybe they had a suspect in mind, and maybe they was like, well, this suspect that we had from this case from way back then, did he move to Los Angeles? You know what I mean?
Right.
I'm wondering because I checked the Facebook and I do see a profile that looked like it could be linked to Chicago, but I'm not 100% sure.
Right. Well, thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate the call. I know they said it wasn't linked. At first, they were saying that Stockton police had called Chicago, and I guess they were kind of like trying to figure out. But then Inside Edition came out with a video, I think yesterday, or the day before, and they said it wasn't linked. But then I didn't hear that. And when you said like they thanked Chicago PD, I don't know if they're thanking him just because they were able to cross out the other guy, or there's more to it. I don't know. But they're saying so far the last thing is they're saying it's not linked. But I mean, we'll have to see. And people are saying he has a lot of family in Chicago, so I don't know.
Yeah, and my heart really goes out to the victims, and I can't wait until we find out what the motive is. There has to be like a motive, you know, unless he's just some psychopath that's just going off, you know, but I do believe that there has to be some type of motive, and I do believe that as time goes on, we're going to get more and more information.
Right. I believe so too, for sure.
So I'm still follow this, and hey, I appreciate the channel, man. You do a lot of good work.
Thank you, man. I appreciate the call, and thank you for watching and calling in too, because it's support too when you call in the show, man. So thank you.
Yeah, I appreciate it. All right, well, you have a blessed day.
Bless you too, man. Take care.
All right.
Bye. So let me get these other two callers. Some people are kind of thinking is the Chicago guy still, you know. 801, how you doing? Where you calling from?
Hey, Melly Mel, how are you?
Hi, good. I haven't heard that in a while. That used to be my nickname, like in high school, and Melly Mel. How's it going?
Yeah, I'm good. This is Beautiful Disaster.
Hey.
I'm sure you remember me.
Yes. Chat.
I am just so proud of you and excited for you and everything that you are doing.
Thank you.
You are blessed, and I'm so excited. So I've just kind of been listening. I caught this real quick, and I was like, I think people, they want to jump down the rabbit hole and go down all these little avenues and whatnot. And I think what we saw with Kylie's case is that Xana May got taken down real quick because everybody wanted to jump down a rabbit hole and say she was involved and this, that, and the other. And I think it's really sad that people jump to conclusions so quickly. But I get it because you get so invested, but at the same time, you have to really be logical and realistic. And I recently caught a podcast the other day. It just barely came out. It's called Rabia and Ellen Solved the Case. And they were talking about the Scott Peterson case. And, like, I will email it to you or whatever and send it to you. But it goes down a whole different avenue that he's not guilty. And it will throw you because I was there when it happened, like 2000, you know what I mean, the early 2000s. And everybody thought he was guilty. But they talked about how much it is for somebody to be on death row. It's $2 million a year.
Wow.
It is insane. It is more for them to house a death case than regular prison.
My friend sent me some information too, and it says here incarceration. Most death rows involve solitary confinement in a special facility. These require more security and other accommodations as the prisoners are kept 23 hours a day in their cells. So that's just one of the reasons, I guess, why it costs more.
Yeah, absolutely. It's. I mean, I get it. I had a stint when I was younger, and I went to jail for about a year, and I was in the maximum, and it's tough. But they do have to have staff, you know, with you everywhere you go, so they can't let so many people out. It just takes a lot more energy and excess. But as far as the case with the serial killer, I don't know this guy. I don't know enough yet to be like, yes. I think if you're caught red-handed, kind of like the guy in, it's that weird town in, like, he was the guy that the lady ran from the house and ended up in somebody else's house, but she had the dog collar on.
Excelsior Springs
Yeah.
Springs or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, so if you're caught red-handed, that's a different story. But, like, where this guy, you've seen too many cases where people are judged right away and everybody thinks they're guilty, and then you find out after all these appeals and shit that they had nothing to do with it. So that's kind of where I'm standing at. I think that both of the Chicago and Stockton could be related based on the walk. Chicago does look like an African-American male, just in the eyes and the walk. But he could be just darker skin, Hispanic or something. You know, we don't know for sure. And then the whole black thing. Most robbers, most anybody that's in a criminal is going to wear all black and a mask. You see it with robbery, bank robberies, and all shit. So it doesn't mean that they're all guilty. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
Well,
doesn't
thank
mean
you.
it's the same person. Yeah.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Anyways, no problem. Have a great day.
You too.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
All right. Bye.
Bye.
Hey, we got another caller, and somebody's been calling the wrong number. I'm going to call that other person back to see if they answer. Let me take this one. 769. How you doing? Where are you calling from?
Hey, how you doing, Mississippi? I was calling in regards to kind of what everybody else is saying, but I just came to say it myself. I looked at two profiles, and one is from Oakland and one is from Chicago, Illinois. That does connect them to the cities of where the incidents happened at. And somebody said that the address in Oakland or whatever is right around the corner from the victim that was actually murdered in Oakland. May he rest in peace. Also, the man, they were so off on saying he was white. He was a black man, and I do believe that the Chicago and the Stockton killer is one and the same. My thing is, I just believe that it's a hate crime. The person that he shot in Chicago, allegedly, I'll say that, they're Jewish and stuff like that. They were just at the parks and all that. Now, I know that his Chicago profile say that he's a driver for like FedEx, and the profile in like Oakland like says his high school classes was photography and English and Spanish, and it even has a post about Mexico and basketball and how he win Mexico over and he American. So that's kind of racist too, and how Malcolm X is on his Chicago profile. You know, Malcolm X said he didn't land on Plymouth Rock. Plymouth Rock landed on us being the black people, meaning that that's a racist thought also. And then on the thing, what else I said was the issue is okay, it said that about Mexican. It showed him with his mom, taller than his mom, showed he played basketball. Oh, the thing is, he was driving FedEx and he was working and showed his classes. But if he played ball and he played ball, and it was an alarming post. This don't have anything to do with like anything in the news. It was an alarming post about a guy who got shot in a popular park. I think it was in Oakland or something like that. The man was like famous, like he was one of a college basketball player, and he was shot playing Pokemon Go. And his family was looking for like who was his murderer or whatever like that. Now this guy stood tall. All of this information made me think about that guy, because you know how ballers are aggressive against each other, and it's not the first time he shot somebody playing the game if he's the Chicago, Illinois killer. So I was against it being him. Now I'm kind of curious with the family that's looking for his murder. Is it him too? But anyway, I think they probably got the right person, because he is from Chicago. He is from have people in Oakland. He do have posts in Stockton, and he's connected to all three areas. So I mean, I don't think the police followed the wrong person to get the right gun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And my prayers go out to Natasha. I hope she's sleeping well tonight, knowing that he's also and the families of the victims that actually had to go through this, and the people in the area, because he's somebody's neighbor.
I know that's got to be creepy as hell. Just realizing this is the guy next to you, or maybe you work with him, or you guys hang out, or friends, or anything. Yeah.
Yes, or even if he looked at you wrong because you were Hispanic or white or Jewish, you know what I mean? He's somebody's neighbor. Is that a predominantly black area that he stayed in? Is the address that you pulled up? You know what I mean? This man is somebody's hello, how you doing, or frustration when you're walking out the house. That's kind of scary.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, thank you. Yeah.
All right.
Appreciate the call.
All right. Have a blessed one.
You too. Take care.
Bye.
That was a nice call. Let me call this other person back. Again, I see multiple Facebook profiles, but I'm not going to put it up on the screen now because I have to protect my platform, but I will look into them more after. I just want to be safe and sure, before I do anything like that. But we can talk about it a little bit, let me call this person back and see if they answer. I don't know who this was calling. Kenny, what's the number to call in?
Hello?
Hi. Can you turn me down in the background?
Yes, I did.
Thank you. Hi, who's this? Thank you for calling.
Hi. Hi. I'd rather not say my
Okay.
name.
Okay. I'm still playing in the background.
Yeah, sorry. I wanted to call in. I actually had a family member that was lived in the apartment where one of the killings happened. And I'm just glad that they caught him, and I do believe this was him. He lived in the vicinity of where one of the killings happened. And one of the family members was actually out 20 minutes before the killing happened. And this family member was scared to death, thinking that he actually was targeting this family member probably 20 minutes before one of the deceased had walked by. So I'm just glad that they caught him.
So let me get this again. You have a family member that
was in the apartment that one of the deceased, I think it was Lorenzo. That where he had gotten shot. This family member lived in the apartment right there.
Oh. Let me see.
And this family member was out 20 minutes right before in the driveway.
Oh, so that's the current address that I pulled up for this guy. That's the apartment you're talking about. There's 900 Porter Avenue where that person was deceased.
Yeah.
And so he lived close by. And so you said that like he was like that person felt they were being stalked or something for like
pretty much. Yeah. So, I mean, I just let this family member know that this person is in custody, and this person just started to bawl, just out of relief.
Wow.
So, I mean, I'm just grateful and thankful, and I just, I'm happy. I mean, I hope this is the right person. I want to believe that it is. I mean, hoping that the ballistics match up and hope that it's all a good case, hoping,
Right. I hope so too, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, it seems to be. So I don't know. I'm sorry I was calling the wrong number.
No, yeah, I saw you kept calling the direct number for the Google Voice, but so that's why I called back. But okay, I'm glad we got in touch.
Yeah, but I mean, it's an awful thing. We live really close by, and it was really scary for a long time. So I'm glad that he's caught, and I have many prayers for all of the victims' families.
LOL says that was his MO. He stalked first. That's how the cops rolled up on him. They saw unusual stalking. That's why they said they know he prevented another one. They prevented another one.
Yeah, I'm pretty positive about that. Yeah. Well, I just wanted to call, but thank you very much for taking my call.
Yeah, appreciate the call. Thanks. Take care.
Thanks.
All
right.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, I think that's it. We did good. I've been almost going for 2 hours. I didn't think we were going this long, but let me look real quick too before let me see if there's any new information that's come out. I'm sure this stuff there's going to be developing information. This guy's personal information. Let me see something. Hold on, we got something over here. Let's hang out for a little bit more. Let me just look up some articles. Just see what we can pull up on this guy. Official stuff. These news people are pretty slick. They'll put up like a thumbnail of people that have nothing to do with anything, but because it looks different than every other image, they'll get you to click on it. Wesley Brownlee of Stockton was dressed in black, had a mask around his neck, had a gun, and was out hunting. Oh, let me get the super chats too. I don't want to forget that. Police have been searching for a man clad in black who was caught on video at several of the crime scenes in Stockton. And this is one of the things that we had to clarify the other night, that wasn't the only video this guy was caught on. That's just what they released. But I reiterated multiple times, they have other video, they just haven't released it. Where 5 men were ambushed and shot to death between July 8th and September 27th. 4 were walking, and one was parked in a parked car. Police believe this same person was responsible for killing a man 70 miles away in Oakland in April 2021 and wounding a homeless woman in Stockton. Investigators have said ballistic tests and video evidence linked the crimes. Okay. Let me see real quick if there's anything. Let me get these super chats too. Truth and Transparency. I'm here for BL, best mod. Truth and Transparency. Thank you for the super chat. It says, BL, you have always been so supportive through these court cases. I will show the truth and prevail. BL, thank you so much for. BL's been riding for a long time. BL's one of the OG mods. BL, Lexa. Sorry, I really appreciate all the mods, but BL has been here for a while, and she's stirring too. She don't play around on Discord either. So thank you, BL, for just supporting me through everything. Everybody too, thank you, especially through all the insanity of these people, the internet, the craziness from these people on the internet. Let me check some other links real quick. Let's see. Any other information on this guy? Oh, I wanted to show 209, what 209 Times had to say. 209 Times. Okay. Wesley Brown Lee has been arrested for being the suspected shadow stalker serial killer who claimed 6 lives and attempted to murder a woman. 5 of the victims were Mexican men. 4 PF, the victims were homeless. They said Brownlee was on a hunt. Okay, he was arrested on Winslow and Pinella Park near train tracks. That seems like one of his. I don't know if he's looking for homeless people. That seems like one of his MOs is close to train tracks. Winslow at Pinella Park near train tracks. Let's see if he was focused. He's texting me. I figured it out, man. I saw the crime. McFadden also confirmed he lived near one of the murders as most mission-oriented serial killers do. They were able to locate his residence and track him. They observed him hunting as he stopped at several locations overnight. So they were watching him and walked around looking for another victim. The coward has been removed from the streets and will be taken before a judge Tuesday. Coward. Sneaking up on people and just blast them. Be usually like coming behind them, I think, too, like just kind of catching them off guard. Let me see. There was another thing here too. Just quickly browse, see what we can squeeze into this. Let me check Facebook. Okay, I think that's it for now. I think we covered a lot of what we could for now, without compromising the channel or anything. Stockton serial killer. Yeah. Let me get these super chats. Freaking hot in here. So, okay. So thank you, Truth and Transparency. Joey Cactus, thank you for the super chat, says justice. Still no answers for, thank you, Haley's parents. Justice for TY. Beautiful Disaster, thank you for the super chat, says thanks, Mel. Sorry, I kind of get nervous when speaking and run my thoughts together. No, you're good. You're good. But I appreciate you and your kindness and all your hard work. Thank you. Anything else, guys? We're done for now. I have an update video too that I was supposed to work on. So I guess I'm going to work on another video. It should be a shorter video though, but it's regards to Quentin. I should do it though. I should squeeze it out. I'm going to work on a video after this stream. I got a couple things to do. I'm going to do that. Maybe get some energy drinks. Talk. So if you guys could hit like, please, I'd appreciate that. Subscribe, turn on bell notifications. Oh, she hasn't updated. Okay. And that's it. The chat. What's going on in the chat? You guys fighting? The 4 men, there was bodies found, but I guess they haven't identified them. I'd probably say it seems like it's likely it's going to be them. I mean, I don't know what other 4 numerous bodies are going to find in the same area, but they have to confirm the location. 4 Oklahoma men vanish. I guess they're going to have to confirm and see. And what happened to those guys? What exactly? Let me see something. What's this? Did they do a presser for those guys? Oh, yeah. They were recovered, yeah.
Say they found these remains while they were investigating the disappearance of those 4 men. Gruesome discovery made in Okmulgee today. We told you on Fox 23 News at 9 o'clock how Okmulgee police say they found these remains while they were investigating the disappearance of those 4 men. They were found in that spot you see there on that map in the Deep Fork River near Sharp Road. Police have not identified the remains, but the families of the 4 men who have been missing from Okmulgee since Sunday say they are.
The wives have confirmed on FB it's them. Can we can we check? I'm gonna have somebody look into it and see.
Are fearing the worst while trying to hold out hope. Fox 23's Abigail Dye joins us live. She's been in Okmulgee all day. Also speaking.
Oh, and you're talking about the 4 people. Okay, you're probably talking about the 4
with
people.
With those family members.
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking about the serial killer, but yeah. We're talking about the
Yes, Rick, and I'm just an arm's length away from the river where police say they found those remains. And like we've been saying, we did just get an email from the chief just a few minutes ago saying that they are done looking and taking those remains out of the river. They have
I'm in the middle of this thing.
That they are 4 male bodies. Now, those bodies will be transported to the medical examiner in Tulsa for identification. So they have not been identified at this point, but of course for the families of the 4 who have missing loved ones tonight, I mean, this is just really scary news and our hearts really go out to them. I spoke with Jessica Chastain, that's Mark's wife, on Tuesday when this news first broke, and I spoke with her again tonight. They're just trying to hold on to hope. Jessica Chastain left with more questions than answers after Okmulgee police say they found what appear to be human remains of multiple people in the Deep Fork River Friday afternoon. Though police have not identified the remains, Jessica fears the worst. Her husband, Mark Chastain, disappeared Sunday along with his brother, Billy Chastain, and their friends, Alex Stevens and Mike Sparks.
It's just not a coincidence that 4 missing men are missing and then all of a sudden people find body remains in a river. Yeah. It's just not likely.
But police say the search for the men is not over. They've searched and investigated for 5 days, and Police Chief Joe Prentice says they will continue to follow up on any leads they get about the missing men.
This has been a really long week for you guys. Can you just speak to what this development means for your department in this case?
Well, I'd like to say it means rest, but I think that's going to be a while. It does come with, I don't want to say relief, but it takes some of the pressure of finding these men, assuming that that's who we're talking about, off of us, so we can shift gears and find out what happened to them. If it's not them, then we're right back to square one, and we'll be operating 2 investigations at the same time.
And we do still have an emergency vehicle out here holding off traffic from going over that bridge on Sharp Road. But like we said, police are done with the retrieval process. They have said those remains are 4 male bodies, and those bodies will be transported back to Tulsa for identification. Of course, stay with Fox 23 News, and
I don't know. That's weird. Wait, I don't know if we'll see if we. I mean, it looks like they're already at the end of it, but we'll see if we'll cover it. I mean, I don't know. It looks like they were found. They were in a river. They went biking and they just went missing. I don't know how they ended up in that water like that before them. It's weird. And I had a couple people message me about that. So, but all right, man, I'm getting out of here. Thank you guys so much again for spending your evening with me. I'll more than likely have an update video in a bit, maybe in an hour or two. And yeah, just hit like, subscribe, turn about notifications. Take care and peace. Bloop, bloop. We'll be following all these updates and stories. All right. Be safe. Take care.